Let us discuss a concept called methods of data collection in statistics. Here we'll understand what is the difference between census method and sample method. Before going to census and sample, let us understand what is population and what is sample. Whoever fits into our research question, they come under population, and from whom we are collecting the data selectively is called as a sample. For example, if I want to collect the data of students who are willing to join degree courses after their intermediate education. Now my population will be all those students who have completed their intermediate and who are ready to join their degree course. The population, the people who fit into the population changes according to the research question. So the population includes the whole set of people who fits into research question, and the sample is the selected number of people from whom we will collect the data. Next, let us understand census method and sampling method. In census method, the data is collected from the whole population, whereas in sampling method, out of the whole population, few are selected and they are being selected as a sample. In census, whole population, from the whole population data is collected. In case of sample, from few out of the whole population will be selected as a sample. Let us understand various sampling methods. We have probability sampling and non-probability sampling. Under probability sampling, we have simple random sampling, systematic random sampling, stratified random sampling, and cluster sampling. Under non-probability sampling methods, we have convenience sampling, quota sampling, judgment sampling, and snowball sampling. Let us understand about them in detail. In simple random sample, out of the whole population, we will select randomly few numbers according to our requirement. Then it is simple random sample. In case of systematic random sample, here I am taking one person, and every alternate third person I am selecting here. That is, I am going in a systematic manner wherein I am selecting every third person as my sample. This is called as systematic random sampling. Stratified random sampling. I am dividing the whole population into various groups called strata, and from each strata I am selecting randomly few respondents. Then it is called as stratified random sampling. Next we have is cluster sampling. In cluster sampling, the population is divided into various clusters. It may be based on the geographical location, based on any common feature between the respondents. And out of various clusters, few clusters will be selected as a whole for the sample. Then it is called as cluster sampling method. Next, let us understand the non-probability sampling methods. The difference between probability sampling and non-probability sampling is that in probability sampling, the chance of getting selected for all the respondents will be equal. Whereas in case of non-probability sampling, the chance of getting selected will not be same for all the respondents. Now let us understand what is non-probability sampling method. Under that, first one is convenience sampling. So, according to our convenience, if a sample is selected, then it is called as convenience sampling. As shown in the figure, whoever is convenient to the researcher is selecting as a sample who is near to him. That is convenience sampling. Next we have is voluntary response sample. Under voluntary response sample, the Researcher asks the population, interested population to come forward, and whoever comes forward will be taken as a sample. Then it is called as voluntary response sample. Next we have is purposive sample. When there is a purpose for selecting, like if I want to select a dancer from a class, then my purpose is to select a dancer. So I will select all those students who are having some knowledge in dance. Others I cannot select because the other set of population do not satisfy my purpose. Next comes is snowball sampling. In this snowball sampling, first I will approach the students who know dance. First, suppose I know two students who know dance very well. From them, I try to collect the data of their friends who know dance. Again, after collecting the other names from them, I'll again collect the data of students who know dance from them. That is, from one respondent, I am trying to collect or gather data relating to other respondents who are good at dance. This sort of sampling technique is called as a snowball sampling technique. The last one of non-probability sampling technique is judgmental sampling, where the sample is selected based on the judgment of the researcher. This sort of sample is called as judgment sampling.